What if I told you that a billion-dollar company collapsed overnight, all because of a simple tech mistake? In the world of technology, one mistake can cost millions. Today, we're diving into the true story of a promising startup that went from hero to zero, and the critical tech lessons you need to learn from it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to your channel name, where we break down the biggest lessons from the tech world. Today, we're uncovering the shocking collapse of a billion-dollar startup. And trust me, you don't want to make the same mistakes.
Meet SkyTech, a startup that was supposed to revolutionize cloud computing. These guys were building the future, aiming to make cloud storage faster, more reliable, and more secure than anything we'd ever seen. Founded by 3 college friends, they weren't just dreamers, they were doers. They had this infectious energy, this drive that attracted top talent and even bigger investments. They promised ultra-secure, AI-powered cloud storage for businesses. Not just your average cloud, this was next-level stuff, utilizing machine learning to adapt and protect data in ways no one had even thought of. Investors went crazy for it. We're talking big names, venture capitalists falling over themselves to throw money at SkyTech. Series A funding, smashed it. Series B, even bigger. SkyTech raised $500 million in funding, $500 million. That's not startup money anymore, that's a statement. They were playing in the big leagues now. Customers lined up, everyone from small businesses to Fortune 500 companies wanted a piece of the SkyTech pie. Their client list was basically a who's who of the business world. Everything was perfect, until it wasn't. See, in the tech world, things move fast, but failure moves faster.
So, what went wrong? How did this tech darling go from $1 billion valuation to complete bankruptcy in just 6 months? It's a story of ambition, innovation, but ultimately, a critical oversight that sent shockwaves through the entire industry.
It all started with a single overlooked security flaw in their cloud encryption algorithm. Remember that next-level security SkyTech was boasting? Turns out, it wasn't as impenetrable as everyone thought. SkyTech's encryption had a backdoor vulnerability, a tiny loophole in their code that let hackers in. We're not talking about some master hacker in a hoodie. This was a vulnerability that any decent coder could have exploited. Within days, thousands of businesses lost sensitive data. Financial records, customer information, proprietary algorithms, all of it gone. The damage was catastrophic.
Here's the crazy part. A junior developer had reported this vulnerability months before. Imagine being that developer, seeing this billion-dollar company built on a foundation you knew was cracked.
This wasn't some buried email, this was a formal report flagged in their system, outlining the potential consequences. But guess what? Management ignored it.
They were so focused on growth, on scaling up, on becoming the next tech giant, that they ignored the basics. They prioritized speed over security, and that decision would cost them everything.
As news of the breach spread, SkyTech's clients canceled contracts overnight. Trust is a fragile thing, especially in the tech world. Once it's broken, it's almost impossible to get back. Investors, those same ones who were so eager to jump on board, were now scrambling to distance themselves. SkyTech went from being the golden child to a liability, toxic to anyone associated with them. Within weeks, lawsuits piled up. Customers, shareholders, even governments were coming after SkyTech. The legal fees alone were astronomical. SkyTech's founders tried to recover. They held press conferences, issued apologies, poured millions into damage control. But the damage was done. The public's trust was shattered. 6 months after the initial breach, SkyTech declared bankruptcy. The company that was once valued at $1 billion was now worth nothing. Their technology, their innovation, all wiped out by a single avoidable mistake.
One tiny security flaw, one ignored warning. That's all it took to destroy $1 billion dream. It's a cautionary tale, a reminder that in the world of tech, no matter how big you get, the fundamentals still matter. So, what are the key lessons we can take from SkyTech's downfall? How can we, as developers, entrepreneurs, or just users of technology, avoid making the same mistakes? 1. Never ignore security warnings. It sounds obvious, right? But in the rush to launch, to innovate, to be first, security can sometimes take a back seat. Don't let it. If a developer reports a vulnerability, take it seriously. Even if it seems small, even if it seems insignificant. Small flaws can lead to massive disasters, as SkyTech learned the hard way. 2. Prioritize thorough code reviews. Code reviews are like proofreading your work, but for software. They're essential for catching errors, vulnerabilities, and potential security holes. SkyTech skipped key audits to launch faster. They cut corners, and it cost them everything. But speed without security is a recipe for disaster. It's like building a skyscraper on a foundation of sand. 3. Always have a backup plan. What happens if, despite your best efforts, a breach occurs? What's your plan B? How will you contain the damage? How will you communicate with your users? SkyTech didn't have a crisis response strategy. They were caught completely off guard, and it showed. A solid plan could have saved them, or at least mitigated the fallout.
Technology moves fast, but mistakes move faster. If you're in tech, learn from SkyTech. Avoid their errors, build smarter, safer, and stronger.
So what do you think? Have you seen tech failures like this before? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more tech breakdowns and lessons, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.